Monero, okay, XMR. This is a little ugly here, but we'll clean it up a bit. So I did have this trade positioned if price broke this, but I don't think it's going to. I think it's actually switching over and going to go a little bit bearish for a bit because looks to be breaking this area and did break on the 4 hour already. So I'm looking to, yeah, and I never thought this was a good trade. This was just a potential setup if price broke this area, but I didn't think it would, and it didn't. So we can delete that. We're going to look for a short position, and it's probably relatively soon. I would actually very considerate on something like this. You can just see all these 4 hour wicks. You got this massive one here. Odds are it's not going to go above that now. So something like this, you can see price crossed over this 4 hour moving average and now is held below it. You have lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So the bearish structure is there. It did just touch this moving average. So technically on the daily it's bullish, but I don't think so now. I think the price action on the lower time frames is suggesting that it's switching over. So same with the 1 hour, right? This is a little bit more choppy, but again, lower lows and lower highs way below this moving average. So I would look for a short position and I would put it right here. This is a huge zone. You probably don't need to stop this high, to be honest, but if you wanted to, I would just keep it above this major wick here, but I don't think that's actually necessary. I think it would be fine if it's just above this wick here. So keep that like this. I think this is reasonable. If price comes back up to here, you know, back at the 160 bucks kind of thing, 160, you know, 50 cent, then you're good to enter short. We have to find our range here. So on a monthly, this is about 40 bucks. So counting this month would be probably like 45. But yeah, there's no way this is actually going to do that. There's no way. I think it's just from these huge candles back in the day, but because it's based on the last 10. So I think like 10 candles ago on the monthly, it moved that much. But the recent ones have not been that much. So like last month was 15 bucks. Month before that was 41. Month before that was 14. So yeah, it's kind of all over the place. So based on that, I would just target one of these areas here. That made sense. I mean, honestly, there's no actual real resistance until this area. So like this zone is kind of irrelevant. I don't even know why I have it there. You honestly could target something like this, and that's still within range. It's only 24 bucks in the month. Your, you know, area of resistance is right here. So I do think that's actually a pretty decent trade, to be honest. You could get in now. You could wait for price to come back up a little bit to $160.50 to short it and then ride it out. This is a very good trade. I do think some of these cryptocurrencies are going bearish. Not all of them by any means, but I think a few of them are. I think Monero is one of them. I think it's retesting this area and going to break it. And then you can always, what you could do is, if you don't want to get in now, you want to wait. You could just let price break this area first and then do something like this. You can shrink that down a little bit and then, yeah, just let price break through the zone, come back up, and then enter your short. That would be just fine as well. So that's my take on Monero.